Hello, Scott and Kurt. This is a training video for a webinar jam for you to do a PowerPoint presentation with a voiceover. And I want to make it as easy as possible so you feel comfortable doing it at home. And you can crank out the recordings so that I can convert them into EverWebinar recordings. So let's start from the top. First of all, you're going to make a PowerPoint presentation. Now, it might be PowerPoint. It might be what I'm going to suggest is Google's Pages, or in my case, I use Keynote, which is a Mac function. But I'm going to suggest that we use the Google platform because of the ease of collaboration. So here's how you do that. See this little, for those of you that, if either of you haven't done this before, go to this little tic-tac-toe icon up in the corner, click on it, and it will open up your Drive. Go to Drive and just click on New, and we would like a Google Slides. All right, click on that, and it should be self-explanatory. If you want me to run through any details with you, I'm going to just do this, make a 4-slide presentation on PACE, and if you want next slide, you just click on why use. Next one is when use, and let's add to that duplicate slide, and where to use. All right, title it, paste, and once it's done, whether it's whatever your platform you're using, you need to download it because you can't present it in this format. Scott, you made a recording last night. You were recording it from PowerPoint without presenting it through PowerPoint, and it shows you all this junk that, the format stuff that we don't need. The problem is if I go to present, like if I were going to present this right now, it takes over my screen and it loses the functionality of the webinar platform. So that's the problem. And you basically can't present it from the platform in which it was created. So what you're going to do is download it. I would like it if you could download it as an HTML, but in this format, it's not possible. You can download it to PowerPoint. As a PowerPoint, you can download it as what I prefer is a PDF. And from that PDF, we can run a slideshow, and I can make copies of it very easily. And I have one to show you. But I want to just let you know that with using these Google Slides, it's nice because they've got these templates over here, and you can, with just one click of a template, you change the whole presentation that you created. You change the format of all of them. All right, so we can change them at will, and it changes the font, and you don't have to go through and change each one. It's that simple. So I like this, and most importantly, I like this function. We can share it, and you just type in each other's name, and we can open the document up within our own space, make corrections, additions. All changes are saved, so you never have to worry about messing up anything. So, all right, once your slide deck is created in whatever platform, download it, and then what you're going to do is I will be sending you a link via email to start your recording. All you need to do is click on that link. So for each new recording, we're going to have a link that I'll send you. There's some back work that needs to be done to detail the title and all those things. So I'll take care of that. All you need to do is click on the link and enter the room. All right, we have to start the test first. You have to go through this several times. And this is, okay, so I'm getting feedback, but we'll work through that. Click yes. Yes, again, for the different formats, 640 by 360 and 320 by 180. When it's ready, enter the room will show up, and we're going to enter the room. Now, entering the room doesn't mean you start recording. This is where you set everything up. So get in here and just take your time and make sure everything is exactly the way you want. So we are within the Webinar Jam platform, as you can see here. And this is what is going to be a recording screen. We're not going to be seeing any of this other stuff. You're seeing it because I'm recording my whole screen. So if you were going to run your webcam, you would press that button. And again, we're not recording yet. You're just setting things up so you could position your computer. You could make sure you look good, move things around. You could set up your microphone. And I won't be running a microphone through this platform because I'm already running it through the computer. That was why we had feedback problems before. But this is the important thing. You're going to turn on screen share. Now, here is the problem. You've got to be careful if you just share your screen, which I'm doing right here. Screen 1 is the default one that we're using. If you share the screen, you get this tunnel effect. And that's not what we want. So if you see that tunnel effect, you're doing something wrong. Turn your screen share off and turn it on again, and use the pull down menu to choose what you want to share. I have a PDF of a PowerPoint that I downloaded right here. It's open up in a new tab, and that's important. I have to have the tab accessible. I'm going to just click on that and hit OK. And that will show up in my screen. Please note that this is a non-functioning screen, so you cannot run your PowerPoint from this screen. You have to have that separate tab open over here. So I am going to go up to the top of this presentation so we can start in the right place. Now mind you, we haven't started recording yet, so I can do anything I want. I can play around with this. I can go through the slide deck and get everything set up the way I want it to and be ready to present. Once you're ready to present, you click on this button, the telephone, and that is the point at which your recording will start. Now this is, all right, go live. You notice that I just lost my window, so I'm going to have to recover that. Yeah, we'll do that right now with this. Right now I can function, I can run my slideshow from this. If you get messed up at all at this point, don't worry about it. Even though it's recording now, I can always cut this stuff out. So if you have any screw ups on the front end, don't try to start over. And you know, this, I want you to be comfortable with this. In order to get comfortable with it, you're going to have to make quite a few mistakes. But at this point, we're going to just run through this brief presentation that I pre-recorded. This is my PDF of not a PowerPoint, a Google Sheets that Google whatever it's called, pages that I made before. So webinar training, you just do your voiceover of this presentation. In my ultimate recording, all I'm going to do is record the screen. It's this part of the presentation. All this extraneous stuff will be chopped out, so don't worry about that. There's ways that we could do this. Scott, you talked about getting a second screen. That will be an option for you, and it will show full screen there. So create your document or create your PowerPoint in whatever platform you prefer. If it's a PowerPoint, please download it via either an HTML or a PDF document so that you can present it. And I would encourage that we share for edits and getting the text right before as we move through the process, get more eyes on it at the beginning before we dress it up with graphics or pictures or what have you. All right, so moving through the presentation, make sure that PowerPoint presentation that you downloaded is available in a separate tab. This is the tab. Again, it's not showing up. This is only what's showing up here, because to do otherwise, it will present a problem. You won't have any of these controls. And when you start your recording, make sure you've clicked screen share, this one, the little screen. and then choose the download or the tab selection so you get the presentation you want to show up here. Recording is automatic. When we click this button, the recording started. Here's an important thing for you to know, that as you go through the recording, if you screw up, don't start over again. Let me know what the screw up was, if need be, or if it's self-explanatory, don't even do anything. Well, the only thing that's important to me is that you pause. Give me a break like this, because it's easy for me to cut into that break. If there's not enough break there, it gets real choppy. So even a half-second pause gives me something to work with. And you can talk to me during the recording if you want. I can chop it out. Carrie, that last slide I showed you was out of order. I went backwards instead of forwards. Delete that, and we're going to start over again right now. And then pause and go right into your discussion about this tab. Open up in a separate tab, click screen share. We already went over that. And recording is automatic. Again, don't worry about continuity. Screw-ups are going to happen, and we can always take care of those if you give me that little pause to cut it out. At this point, I am going to end the webinar, and to do that, all you do, I want to go show you two important things. Number one, you're going to click this button. Now, my recording of the screen is going to continue, so you're not going to lose me at this point. So, end call. Do you want to end the event? Yes, we do. And even though the recording is ended, you are still broadcasting, so make sure you turn screen share off, and now nothing is being transmitted. And at that point, everything else is automatic. You don't have to do anything more at that point. All you need to do is close down that window, and it's being uploaded at this point to our private YouTube account. Then I can take that YouTube video, pull it into our editing software, and slice and dice it, add an intro, outro, offers, whatever we need. So I want this to be an easy process so that we create lots of these. And I know we have a library of PowerPoint presentations. Let's put them to use and create some verticals. So that is it. I'm going to send this out to you today. Give me your thoughts on this. I need to do this better so that we can share it with anyone within our group that we want to make a presentation. There are probably some points I'll have missed, and we can add those into subsequent recordings. It's real easy for me to do this. All right, that is it. I am going to end recording now.